Thank you very much. So Ivan Velkov published in 1942 an inscription found, as he stated, in Mitrovci village, in the Chiprovci municipality province of Montana. He has seen the stone reused in the altar of Mitrovci church, so he stated. It was republished by Boris Gerov in the corpus of inscription of Bulgaria, and then in the corpus of Montana inscription, Montana 2, published in 1987. Georgi Alexandrov, one of these editors of Montana 2, saw the inscription in the fence of Mitrovci church. So also he, or at least he writes, he has seen this inscription. The text was actually found in the mountains around the village of Belimel, same municipality, same province. And this information was provided to me by a local archaeologist, Miroslav Markov, who has seen the stone there, and it is reused now in the southwestern fence of Belimel church. You see that there are not very far meters of Belimel. Montana is, let's say, around 40 kilometers far away. I don't know why Velkov, Ivan Velkov, and then Alexandrov saw them, or at least told us that the inscription was reused in the Mitrovci church, because it is, however, wandering stone here around. And normally to take the inscription from the church and put in another fence church, it is a little bit strange. But, however, this is the inscription. I shall give the lectures of Ivan Velkov and then of the editors of Montana 2, Velizar Velkov and Georgi Alexandrov. So the actual dimensions is 58 centimeters the height, the width is 61.5 centimeters in the upper side, 49 in the middle, and the depth 53 centimeters on the upper side and 47 in the middle. The letters are quite big, let's say between 4 and 6 centimeters. The lecture of Ivan Velkov, it is an AG, Dol for Dorigenus, Muko, Eptenis, T for Titus, so is his institution, Zimius Biti. And the lecture of Boris Gerov and Georgi Alexandrov, it is like that, AC, Iovi Optimo Maximo, Muko Eptenis, Titus, Zimius Biti. I don't know, I doubt if Velizar Velkov and Georgi Alexandrov have indeed seen the inscription, and then I followed up automatically a little bit the lecture of Ivan Velkov. But first of all, and I come back to the text, we can see that the lecture Iovi Optimo Maximum does not stand. Instead, we can read without doubt a T here. I don't know if the light is good, but here it is clearly a T, and here is an A, and it can be, it is a little bit slightly traced, but I have seen the inscription and touched it, so the photo is mine. Done. Here is an A and a C, and here you can see the traces that almost disappeared at the level, who could be an S. But it is not very sure. The inscription could be an S, the inscription. So this presentation is not DOL, is quite not DOL and not EOM, Iovi Optimo Maximum. It is a DOM, perhaps from domino, because it can stand in dative, or domine, I don't know exactly. It is a supposition, and I'll come back there. AC is correct, because it is an AC on the stone, A and a C. The name of the goddess or the god remains unknown. Either the name was erased or the powers do not consider it necessary to put it on the stone. The shrine will be integrated into a sanctuary dedicated to a specific divinity. One should think also at Silvano Domestico, Dom for Domestico, but it seems unlikely to us because the ligature between A and E and L is not visible. Secondly, the remaining space in the upper left side of the shrine is insufficient for restituting Silvano. Another detail which is different from the previous lectures in the patronym is the patronym of the first deditor. So they read Eptenis, but you can see clearly on the inscription, and I photographed the detail, that is Eptenis instead Eptenis. The horizontal A instead of the F are too straight to form a P. F instead P is not something rare in Thracian onomastics. The most frequent case is Eftacentus, Eftacentus for Eptacentus and its variants. We can also mention Eftala for Heptala and its variants, Eftepier for Heptaperis and its variants, Eftasuppus for Heptasuppus and its variants, Eftatralis for Heptatralis and its variants, and also the name, the female name, Ziftia, attested at Ulmetum, can also be a form of Ziftia. And the scholars almost unanimously agreed that this graphic fluctuation is a form of dynamics and evolution of the writing. The son of Eptenis was Muko. The name is quite rarely attested. Muko, with gemination, appears so in double EC on a tessera militaris discovered at Polorisum. Flavius Moco is also mentioned in a late inscription at Augusta Traiana. The second person attested in the inscription bears the name Zimius. The T before Zimius, so restituted both by Ivan Velkov and the editors of Montana Corpus, was a T from, let's say, abbreviation of Titus, but it doesn't fit with the name, with the type of peregrine name of the person. So the T for Zimius seems to us, and so not seems, but we can see here clearly, an et in ligature. A separation point is also to be noticed before the Z here. So there are different words. Dana proposed Zimius, so not taking into account the separation point and not quite clearly see the ligature between the E and T. But we think that et Zimius is the right lecture. However, in his onomasticum tracum, the person of Dandana, the person appears at Z, not at T. Dana sees Zimius like another form of Zimius. Then we are coming to the other names. Bitus, the patronym of this person, is one of the most evoked Thracian names in text, and Moesia Inferior does not make an exception. There are mentions in Tropeum Traiani, Capitaba, Livida, in town and rural territories of Istros, Tomis, Calatis, Nicopolis, Adistrum, Marcianopolis, Abritus, Euscus, Nodes, Gorgosia, another rural territory not exactly identified yet in the sanctuary of Glava Panica and in military diploma with unknown find spots. Thracians are mentioned in some inscription from Montana at its rural milieu, but not in a so large number as expected. Two texts are attesting Cocceius Coesi Filius and Dudis. Other inscriptions mention two persons of Dacian origin, such as Dao, and an anonymous whose name is finishing in Sa Natusis Filius, the last being discharged of the Cocos Quarta Tracum in 127, returning probably home. I said probably because the final spot is not really known. There are also Thracians serving in Executus Romanus, for example, Iulius Mucazenus Beneficiarius, mentioned also at Montana, Consularis Legionis Primae Italicae, Ulpius Heptazeno, Princeps Vicario, Viso Veteles, Miles, but it is hard to know if their home was Montana or its territory. In conclusion, the text is coming very likely from a sanctuary find in this region, and it is not an exception because Montana and its territory is full of sanctuaries, bigger or smaller, dedicated to various divinities. We know that in Montana itself there are 2 sanctuaries of Diana and Apollo, but there are also other divinities honored in this sanctuary. This can be a small sanctuary in this rural area of Montana, and the shrines to other, so there are a lot of other divinity, and our proposal for the restitution is something like that, and I'm happy to have other suggestions, for example, so sacrum, so consecrated to a dominus or a domine, muco eftemis et zimios iti. Thank you for your attention.
For the restitution of restitution, and if there is any remark.
I am really confused a little bit about this AC and so the letter before. It is a little confusing. Yes, please.
Yes, I was just wondering, so you are sure there is the M after?
Yes, because I have touched it. It is an M. It is slightly traced, but not. It is not L for example. This is for sure.
But I'm sure sacrum is for sure. Sacrum
Is sure.
here and and now that I see together ethnic and
Yes, we can also think, but it is not usual as formula, sacrum domesticum, because domestico is not an adjective, it stands always alongside of Silvanus, it is not separate of the name of the word.
And yeah, I also this good fact, of course we don't know, but it also comes from the sanctuary of Apollo and Diana, so you might have.
Yes,
so
first of all, I suppose it comes directly from Montana because it is a wandering stone. But this, so I take the information as correct, the information of Miroslav Markov that told me it was found there and not it is coming from Montana.
And the text ends after the day.
Yes, it ends. Yes, it is true. It is the predicate is elected.
Okay. Thank you very much. Please.
You are perfectly right about the tennis and the tennis. We have a lot of examples in the area. About the Zimius and the regime that you have spoken on Tragicum, the Dana emphasized as Zimius.
Yes, Sirius, TZ, yes.
Exactly. There are more than 2 or 3 examples, but I only remember one example of Anthony. Sina.
Yes, Tina and Tino also Tino. Yes. No, I don't say that it could not be in other cases Tinius, so Tinius does not exist. Perhaps, and Tina, what you invoked, it is with TS. Yes. And but this I can see if you see other things you can tell. But I have seen an ligature, so it is Tino.